Jamie Lee gets 24 years in sobriety, and we're gonna talk about it.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Slant. Yeah.
Paulie here in the Latino slant. Hope you're doing well and enjoying our channel. If you haven't yet, do me a favor, please subscribe to the channel as well and tell your friends about our special coverage of entertainment and all points in between. Today, we're going to do something a little different, very close to my heart and important. I think it's very important to see the real human achievements that our celebrities have to, their challenges that they have to deal with in their real personal lives. And it's good to see these stories in what, God willing, hopefully will be my 8th year of sobriety. My birthday will be August 21st. It's great to share this story with you guys. And speaking of sharing this story, I want to thank Romy Diaz for sending me this story. Love you, sweetheart. So this is fantastic. Jamie Lee Curtis says she'd be dead without sobriety journey. My gratitude is enormous. You know, this is pure program, pure AA program. And yeah, obviously we're dropping our anonymity here with Jamie Lee, opening up about her journey. There's arguments on that as far as, we should be completely, it's actually in our traditions that anonymity is placed above everything else. So eh, I get the argument, but I don't want to make the video about that. I want to make the video about reaching out to those who might need to hear this, which is, to me, our primary purpose, which is to help the alcoholic who's still suffering. So that's where we're coming from here. And that gratitude, the attitude of gratitude, is one of our cornerstones, one of our keys. So let's read this. And I am a Jamie Lee fan. I'm not crazy about all the some of the things she has to say in regards to certain topics, but I love her in her films, and I absolutely love that she's sharing her sober story. After celebrating 24 years of sobriety this past February, the Oscar winner reflected on her past struggles with opioid addiction in an interview with On the Morning Joe. And this was taped before the strike began, stating that her worst day was almost invisible to anyone else. Quote, I'm lucky I didn't make terrible decisions high or under the influence that then, for the rest of my life, I regret, she expressed. There are women in prison whose lives have been shattered by drugs and alcohol, not because they are violent felons, but because they were horrible people. But not because they were horrible people, because they were addicts. I'm incredibly lucky that that wasn't my path, she added. And I think, yeah, this is a photo that she shared on her Instagram, and that is an AA medal. And although all that is, once we hit a milestone, let's say 30 days, 60 days, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and then you count your years, you get your chip or medal. And here is the AA circle in our triangle, on the three sides of the triangle: unity, service, recovery. That is our bedrock of our program. And without it, we can't be successful in achieving sobriety long term. To thine own self be true. That's a Shakespearean statement. In regards to AA, it's just be honest, be honest, and you can't really perform or kind of win people's approval of who you are. You have to be honest and be happy with who you are. And there's a connection to your higher power as you may have conceived him. So, yeah, So again, this is hard. This is wonderful. It's a those triangles too are that it's a three system. It's a three-part disease, right? Physical, mental, spiritual. Fantastic. The 64-year-old explained that sobriety made everything crystal clear for her. I was an addiction addict, and I liked a good opiate buzz, she shared. And if fentanyl was available as easily as it was today on the street, I'd be dead. Oof. Curtis' addiction lasted until 1989. I was ahead of the curve of the opioid epidemic, she told people. I had a 10-year run, stealing, conniving. No one knew. No one. The actress, who's a mom of two daughters, and screenwriter husband Christopher Guest, added that her sobriety journey has allowed her to live an incredible life. In the same interview, she expressed her sobriety as her greatest accomplishment. Get that. Um, this woman just this year won her first ever Academy Award for in the performance Everything Everywhere All at Once. She's been in amazing films, and yet none of that matters. It matters, but it's not her biggest accomplishment, right? Her biggest accomplishment is her sobriety. And I can say that as well, is that without your sober life, without this, nothing else matters. Everything flows from our 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 sobriety. And this is beautiful to read and beautiful to connect you guys to, especially anyone that's catching this video that's having a hard time, whether it's drugs or alcohol. We are going to have a contact info at the end of the video as well. So let's keep reading. Okay, where were we? My sobriety has been the key to freedom. Freedom to be me, not to be looking at them in the mirror, in the reflection, and trying to see somebody else, said the Halloween actress. I look in the mirror and I see myself, I accept myself, and I move on because you know what? The world is filled with things we need to do. I'm breaking the cycle that has basically destroyed the lives of generations in my family. Has a history of addiction in her family, including her brother Nicholas, who died of heroin overdose when he was 21, her father Tony Curtis, who also abused alcohol, cocaine, and heroin. She says, getting sober remains my single greatest accomplishment, bigger than my husband, bigger than both my children, and bigger than any work, success, failure, anything. And we will put this helpline here in the video box description. If you or someone you know is struggling with substance abuse, please contact the SAMHSA helpline, 1-800-662-HELP, 1-800-662-HELP. And really that's the story here, guys, and it's an important one, especially in this age where so many eh, YouTube channels, love to day in day out completely dog the lives of actors and celebrities as they're not people. You know, that has always been a trigger for me, and always got to check myself so I don't overreact. And I'm just being honest with you guys because Jamie Lee is one of many, 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 many celebrities in recovery, working on themselves, being of service. It's just not publicized. And a lot of these actors don't want to publicize it. And they want to remain anonymous, which I think is wonderful. But I can tell you as a fact, they are some of your favorite actors who've entertained you for decades. So it's this is fantastic. Congratulations, Jamie Lee Curtis, 24 years sobriety. Congratulations to any fans of Jamie Lee. This is inspirational. And again, to anyone who's having a hard time with drugs or alcohol, there is help. You are not alone. You're not alone in this journey. We are here for you. Hit that number. Let's get that number up one more time. It is going to be in the video box description. 1-800 1-800-662-HELP. 1-800-662-HELP. Thank you so much. We'll be back. It's always good to have these videos. Wherever you're at, keep your slam fuerte. Gracias.